I tried OpenClaw. This is what I've done with it in the last 24 hours as a startup founder. And no, I didn't ask it for whether it's data. The very first thing I did was to get it to perform an SEO audit on my website. And turns out it does not have the ability to see website like we do and did not read the copy. However, you can see that it tried its best to do the task around the limitations that it has and still provided quite relevant output over here. I was immediately impressed by the tenacity of the AI here. The AI asked me to install a browser on the host, and it took me quite a few iterations to get the Chrome installed. Once it was done, I then asked it to perform the same task again, and this time you can see that it was able to read the website as well as the content of it and actually give me a comprehensive audit on the SEO of the website. Honestly, I'm quite impressed by this. I'll give this 7 out of 10. 3 points off for the back and forth on the Chrome browser thing. Next, I asked it to help me go to the YC launch page and scrape the list of latest startup. Let's do the top 3. And basically, it tries to use curl again to read the YC website. And as a result, it was unable to get the data at all. And, I had to remind it that it has access to Chrome, and it was able to use the Chrome after restart. And this time it worked, and it was able to read the latest 3 startups that were launched on YC page. And you can see the details right here. Now that I know that it was able to read the launch page, I was asking it to create a skill that allows it to scrape some fields that are important for me, and also run this thing every week so that we can get the incremental launches that happens week on week as well. And you can see over here, there's a ton of back and forth between me and the AI bot and approvals to get this going. So it was able to get some of this up, but then we noticed that it was not populating certain things. So, I get it to rerun again and again just to get it right. At the end, I asked it to do a first run with the latest 100 startup, and it does its job and send me the files in a JSON file format. And you can see all the data right here. Once that is done, I chatted with it to create a cron job to perform this task to get me the incremental startup launches every Monday. So I have to wait till the next Monday to see how that turns out. Over here, you can see this is the skills file that it has created to perform the YC launch scraping task. And honestly, I'm very impressed by its ability to get some of the nuances in there. And, after the back and forth, it was able to create some of this like very nuanced rules over here. And I'm also very impressed with its ability to create scripts, just from chatting with it, to be able to do tasks that wouldn't require so much AI to process certain things, especially when files get super large. This task, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, 1 point taken off for multiple iterations just to get everything right. The next thing I tried was to get transcription to happen locally because I don't want to use OpenAI credit for transcription. So what I did was to download a skill that used Whisper locally. This was the skill that I used to perform the transcription on my local machine, and the setup file itself was able to set it up correctly with GPU enabled. And this was the script that I had to fix to make sure that the skills virtual environment was actually set up properly. You can see the voice transcription working very well. And I'll rate this 6 out of 10. It's possible because this community script was great help, and it's 4 points off for excessive back and forth and manual debugging to get the scripts running. Next, I took a short break to get it to plan for a Valentine's date for me and my wife. I gave it some specs on my food preferences and budget, and I let it, take it and run. The results were honestly disappointing as they all failed my dietary and budgetary requirements. There's a lot of back and forth between me and the AI. You can see the options, I kept complaining about how the results are bad, right? But it does not, spend more effort trying to get it right. It was honestly disappointing. And, I end up having to spend a lot more time clicking through the booking forms to go look at all the menus and availabilities. I'll rate this 3 out of 10. 3 points really just for the cool factor. Finally, I used this to embark on a feature spike for my SEO startup. The grand idea was to turn a feature launch video and turn it into a landing page. And it could use a YouTube Loom or a LinkedIn video to get started. Seems straightforward, the process is rather complex. It first has to figure out a way to download this locally, extract the audio from the video, transcribe the audio, and in parallel, extract keyframes and select keyframes to send them to OpenAI for visualization, and then combine the set of images from these keyframes selected with the transcription to generate certain important sections from the video to create a landing page. A lot of back and forth, but the results were amazing. You can see it was able to create a landing page idea with 6 feature section over here, and with each of the feature section, it was able to get a keyframe from the video right here and tell you what is it about. And it also provides these transcripts so that the AI on the next step can actually get an idea on the context of this landing page as well. Overall, I would rate this process 11 out of 10, even though there was hiccup along the way, but the output is just out of the world, and I would have taken a day or 2 on Claude Code just to get this running on my SyncScribe app. I ended the night thinking about this, whether the AI can actually make some drawings for me, and I asked it about Excalibur before I slept, and it seems like it could, so that would be something that I'll work on next.